Hey guys, it's Dark Matter. Today here we got a Roman's Balance V4 for Des Moines. This is a completely old school build, no neopixels, all LEDs, so Tri-Cree green, white, emerald green LEDs for the double crystal chamber, we'll get to that, and then just small red and green LEDs for the control box. No, like I said, no pixel technology at all. There's your Tri-Cree. I had to be honest, I had to dust off some old school skills to install a Tri-Cree again. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. But the lovely Roman's Balance, the Luke Hero, it's very nice. It's very shiny, so it's going to be all fingerprinty by the time we're done with this video. I'll wipe them off. There's not much you can do. My hands are already clean and you can see it's... but anyway, so to access your internals here, just pop the pommel off. The removable speaker pod right there with stuff magneted to it. Set that to the side. So there's your speaker pins go right there. Your 1.3 mil recharge port, kill switch. The board's above. I don't know if any light is getting up there or not. Board's right up here. Easy access to the SD card. I've done it several times already. There it is. Not too bad. When you boot up the Saber, obviously you're not going to hear anything because So just click that and you should see your control box start to do its thing. After the boot sound has played, obviously you're not going to hear it. To put this back in, you just kind of line up where the pins go and the magnets will grab it. Occasionally it'll take a time or two to get it absolutely perfect, like that. This isn't my ideal speaker setup, but this is the way that this chassis was set up. There we go. So if it gets finicky on you, just fiddle with it for a sec. You probably won't have to open this up too much because it does have regular sleep and deep sleep already programmed in there for you. So after 5 minutes or so, it'll just go to sleep, which means it'll turn off these accents in the crystal chamber and stuff. And then a few minutes after that, it'll go to deep sleep. So when it's in just regular sleep, picking it up will reactivate, the accents. But after deep sleep, only a button press or a board reboot will wake it up. So your activation is the front button, auxiliary is the rear button. Oops. The switches are under between the third and fourth stripe, front and back. So they're not on the very end. That's not going to get you anywhere. So yeah, about the third one. So we do have a bunch of sound fonts programmed into it, a bunch of Luke, an Obi-Wan, a Ben Solo, all light side stuff. In order to look at your really cool crystal chamber, you just unscrew this front end and just slide it off. That's it. And your crystal chamber it's pulsing, although it's hard to see in this bright of light, but it will pulse on and off. When the Saber's on, it just goes to static on. Oops. Now the crystal chamber does not have flash on clash, just because they're just green LEDs. It's not RGB or anything, but It's a very nice little crystal chamber, double crystals. Each one has its own LED for illumination. I've got the wire braid. It's carrying some wires and all the, you know, brass tubes and accents and stuff. It's very cool. This end, your green white. It does have a stock 6-pole connector down there that I can't get any light down in there, but that's the 6-pole connector designed for a Tri-Cree removable portion. And so, I mean, obviously it's going to be more fragile in this state, you know, so be careful when you open it up. When you put it back on, screw it all the way down. It makes that connection right about here. And you're good to go. Change your sound fonts. Standard CFX, just press and hold the auxiliary button for a minute.
Sound bank selection.
Are you a Jedi? I am.
Exit menu.
Are you a Jedi?
Anakin Skywalker.
There's some Anakin, there's some Obi-Wan.
Well, you owe me one, and not for saving your skin for the 10th time.
Just trying to keep it in the family, you know. Obviously, there's no spectrum or anything because it's only a green saber.
Sound bank selection.
Anakin Skywalker.
Ben Kenobi? Final steps.
I'm right. Sound bank selection.
A few of them are the stock fonts.
Revolt.
Youngling.
Ben Solo.
This is General Kenobi. Goodness, you're not one to trifle with, are you? I have a bad feeling about this. Let negotiations begin.
Sound bank selection.
This is General Kenobi.
Ancient prophecies.
Audio player.
SD card US system menu. Exit menu.
Are you a Jedi? I am.
He is strong with the Force, but talent without training is nothing.
So there you have it. A bit of a complex install, just because, not because of the components are really that difficult. The crystal chamber was fun, running all the wires through. It's always a challenge to make a thin neck with the removable front end. Excuse me. Just because you have to get all these connections just right, and the spacing just right and everything. One word of note, this has a similar LED cup to the LS6 in that the bottom part of this aluminum piece down here is threaded and it screws into the copper neck. So if your emitter comes a little loose, that means that this has come a little bit loose. So you can just grab that, kind of pinch, and you can tighten the aluminum cup down. It's not loose right now, but I don't like gluing that sort of thing just because, you know, repairs in the future or whatever, it doesn't need to be difficult if we ever need to access it again. But if this comes a little loose, that's what's up. It's just this, you're swinging it around, came a little bit loose from this, and you can just like kind of squeeze it and tighten it up like that. I actually don't have a non-neopixel blade. I don't have an old school blade. to demo the blade. I apologize. I'm looking around. Yeah, I just don't have one anymore. So sorry about that. Special thanks to Crystal Focus Net on Instagram. Pointed me in the right direction for the blinky code for the control box. The CFX, I don't know, maybe it's just me. The accent sequencer is kind of complicated, but we managed. Let's have a look at the crystal chamber one more time. Since that's kind of the highlight of the build. I think it turned out really nice. Now look at the fingerprints on this thing. You have to wipe it off pretty much every time you pick it up and play with it. So if I was to let this sit for 5 minutes or so, it's just going to go to sleep. All these lights will turn off, but picking it up, like I said, will reactivate it. But if you wait until deep sleep, you're going to have to press a button. On these builds, the side buttons are just static. They're just decorative, just because it's on the prop. But with the CFX, you're not going to have to open this up a bunch unless you need to charge. Because it'll just go deep sleep, will preserve your power very well. Just pop that all the way, screw all the way down. Off you go. And that is that, Des Moines. I hope you're happy with this. If you want me to make any changes or anything to the SD card, you got 2 Luke fonts, an Anakin, a Ben Solo, young and old Obi-Wan, and about 7 or 8 of the stock fonts. All of the fonts on the Saber have the exact same LED.text thing on it, so all of the blinkies in the crystal chamber and everything will be the same for every single font, because it needs to be. They don't change color or anything, so I figured it's more important for this half anyway, just to always do the same thing when you change fonts. So that's that. Des Moines, I hope you like that, and thank you everyone for watching. May the Force be with you.